Assalamualaikum. So welcome to Cricket with Zidane, the PSL edition, and I have got a brilliant specimen of pure cricket. That was such a great match between Lahore Qalandars and Multan Sultans. Now you see both teams, especially Lahore Qalandars, it doesn't have a good record in the PSL, and yeah, it is the second time it has made a 200, and this match went into the level of 200. That is the thing which I really liked about. And Multan lost the match, but they already won, but then they lost. And that was such a good match, and what a turner it was. And I mean, we seen good bowling performances, batting was totally good, and I mean, we also witnessed the 1006 in the PSL overall. So what happened was so good. I mean, wow, how? I mean, a target of 200 was chased down, just like Quetta Gladiators chased down 200 against Lahore in the 2017 PSL. We remember that. It is the same thing Lahore did this time. So what happened was very lovely match. I mean, if we see first, the idea of James Vince and Umar Sadiq hitting so many runs and taking it to 135 for 0 was a very not so pretty idea for the Lahore Qalandars, and that's why they were trying to figure a way. But Sandeep Lamishane, Nepali 18-year-old, came and just totally did it for Lahore Qalandars, because when he took James Vince's wicket, momentum, okay, I mentioned this was too much, but there was a lot of momentum at that time, and if you see, pressure was a lot building up on the batsmen and the bowlers. So no, I mean on the bowlers, there was a lot of pressure because every option they took. Haris Rauf, Shaheen Afridi, even Lamishan also got hit for a couple after before he took some wickets. David Visa was just not the perfect one, but I mean almost everybody was being hit a lot, hit for a round. So I mean, when they got James, then Shoaib Malik went out, and then Umar Sadiq went followed shortly. This is the same thing which happens with the Karachi Kings. 157 for 0, 183 for 6. We remember that. But if you see, this has been such a tough match. And if you see, with 200 making, I mean, they were on the way for 220. And then when Daniel Christian came and hit 224 of 10, that was very good because that got them to 200. They were actually 180 and 18 overs. They could have been 190 had Daniel Christian not come. And Sandeep Lamishane finished with 3 for 46. Haris Rauf as was good. But I think the most best thing for the Lahore Qalandars was Sandeep Lamishane. Even though the pitch, we've seen it was really friendly for the batsmen, I think the Multan Sultans started to become a bit more greedy after having such a good partnership. And they thought maybe the same thing which happened with Lahore the other day, and they just thought that we'll go big now and we'll just forget the defensive strategy. So that's why I think so many wickets lost in that. They bled so many wickets. Maybe because they went too defensive, they went too big, and they got too greedy, and they wanted to go to 30 or 40 or something like that, which wasn't possible, of course, with such wickets falling down. But then now, if you see, Lahore Qalandars were not good either, because since Sohail Akhtar gone, and then there was such a good strong partnership. Fakhar Zaman playing really orthodox 64. That was good, but it was a really orthodox innings. That meant that it was 160 runs remaining of 90 runs, then 90 balls, and then Fakhar Zaman hitting an immensely orthodox 68 runs. But then Salman Butt, long time no see, has also hit a very good 17 runs, which got a very good partnership between Fakhar Zaman and Salman, but that wasn't making it. But then when Salman Butt, Fakhar Zaman fell down, and Junaid Khan did it, and then Aga Salman also fell shortly. 118 for 4 was not good. Then Brendan Taylor being knocked out of the game with, what was that? He was hobbling like this. So I mean, it was pretty much, was it a knee or foot injury? I can say it was both, but I don't know what to do in that situation. But I mean, Brendan Taylor was knocked out. That meant that now without Brendan Taylor, they had to rely on ABD Williams and David Visa. David Visa is more like a bowler, but he can also hit some good shots. And I think ABD was relying on David Visa to hit some shots, but then ABD has his own plans. Then first of all, his 360 came in. I know he already did the 360. He's now for that 360 came in style, and I think the Multan Sultans bowler made a mistake. They could have spared Irfan for the last over, or maybe they could have got Daniel Christian to work instead of the last over. They could have got him in the middle overs, and he can be a really bad guy for the batsman, because his best is 0 for 0. 0 runs, 0 wickets in 4 overs. I mean, that was so good. I remember that. What a good spell in T20. But I mean, yeah, Daniel Christian could have been very helpful in the middle overs, but they didn't send him in the middle overs. I don't know what was that, but I think they need to change the things a bit. But who knows? I mean, they don't have no Chris Green this time playing, and K. Ahmed is still in Ireland, so I think they still have to rely on the players right now. So they need to have a more good strategy. But I think they did very good. But they should send Daniel Christian, because he is a very pressurizing bowler, keeping a lid on the flow of runs in the middle overs. But they couldn't do that. That was a problem, I think, for the Multan Sultans. But then I think I think it was Javed Khan altogether, who bowled a no ball. I mean, with that wicket, I think would have been all it with David Visa being out, because Visa was making the partnership. But then after that, when he handed the run over to ABD and it was not a legal delivery, ABD didn't play a 360. He played a reverse 360. Now if you see, if he played a reverse 360, which is, I mean, if he played a 360 like this, that was good. But he played it totally inside out. Yeah, like this, and that went away. I mean, yeah, but somebody has to get some sense. But ABD is totally going the full hog. He's going the full hog. He will never go in halves. He will go the whole hog. He is always that type of player, and that is of course a natural ability, and you don't have to practice so much with that. But if we see, even if there were 30 runs remaining of the last 2 overs, ABD could have made it because of such form he got it at that time. He was in red hot form, and then he played the reverse 360. It's very good if it's played in a ball, on a normal ball. But on a no ball, it's even better, because I think there is some speciality by playing it in the no ball. That is even better, and that's I think what put ABD in form. Then all was followed by sixes, but then Daniel Christian came, who came to save the day in the last over. His first over, I didn't approve of that anyway. But then he bowled 5 balls as Yorkers, and that pretty much put the pressure. And everybody in Lahore Qalandars camp, even the owner, was starting to get down, because and then the Multan Sultans, they started to get a little glimmer of hope was there of the 5 balls, because then ABD couldn't get a run, he couldn't go big for it. Yorker by Daniel Christian. Now anything would happen. 3 remaining of 1, and Daniel Christian, very great bowler in T20. He's a lovely bowler. He knows how to get some pace and get some swing, and put pressure on the batsmen. But there's something happened. He gave the Yorker on the 6th ball. I think that was a mistake. I mean, he could have, he could have given them the element of surprise. Maybe it was always in David Visa's mind that he's gonna hit the Yorker for the 6th ball. So maybe Daniel Christian could have got them the element of surprise by giving a short pitch ball, or maybe the half cracker or off cutter, leg cutter. That could have worked. But I think the short pitch ball was the best. But I don't think so. They would have been prepared. But then what happened? Last ball, Yorker, and then David Visa hits a 6. The most tough job which you can ever do, hitting a 6 off a Yorker. And that's what David Visa did. He just lofted it, launched it up the ground, and then away it sailed. That was a high 6, and that ensured the Lahore Qalandars would do it. And now, I think Lahore Qalandars is gonna get up the table. Now they're determined that we are not gonna get out of the qualifier. We are gonna go in the qualifier. We are gonna win the final, because I think they're not gonna stay on 6th position after all. 2 losses, 2 wins. The next match is gonna decide what they're gonna do. But right now, for a while, Lahore Qalandars are safe in heaven. But now, if we see the next match, Islamabad versus Peshawar Zalmi, that is a very crucial match, because Islamabad is not in favor lately, and then Peshawar Zalmi also has a chance to get off the table and maybe rule Quetta Gladiators out of business. But who knows? Maybe I think Islamabad don't have a chance to make it in the qualifier stage, but they still have a lot of matches to go, and it is it's still like only match number 10 or 11, 9, 10, 11. It's still the very early start, and I think we still have. But sometimes the team's fate is decided from the first match. But who knows? We are gonna see. But I think Islamabad can. I don't know if they can hit a high total, but who knows? Let's just wait for the next match and see what happens. So this is all for today, and if you want to see more videos, go on my website zidanehamid.com, or even log my Facebook page. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and wait for your feedback. Assalamu alaikum.